precautions, because that'll help us in the long run as a world.
Right. Right. Yeah, you're exactly right. So Cam, to introduce you to the audience, because not everybody knows who you are, even though you're very well known around the world. So Cam sent me his resume before this. 18-time spearfishing world record holder, 30 world records for his clients on guided spearfishing trips, unlimited tonnage master mariner as a ship captain, United States Coast Guard Silver Life-Saving Medal awardee. He's visited 90 countries, including Antarctica and the Arctic, which I would love to know what you were doing there. Uh, and he runs the premier spearfishing guide service for international trips targeting fish of a lifetime, both by yacht and land-based. That's incredible, man. How old are you?
Oh gosh, 40.
The hardest question of the day.
Yeah, I still feel like I'm in my 20s, except for my back hurting me today. But I think 43.
43.
43. Yeah.
All right.
So,
So that's a lot. That's a lot in 43 years.
so I've never had a job that was not on the water. High school, I worked on charter boats in Puerto Rico and dive boats down in the Cayman Islands, and then I went to the Merchant Marine Academy to study working on ships. Excuse me, and got out of there, started working on ships. And the ship jobs, you work for 6 months of the year, and the rest of the time you have off. So my very first ship I was on, the engineer said, "Man, don't go home, just travel." I was like, "All right." So I just took a backpack and went to Bali and started traveling from there. And that basically turned into the next 10 years of traveling in between ships. And I basically went everywhere I ever wanted to go and just immersed myself in each spot. And that's how I became better and better at spearfishing, and got to travel to all these places on my own dime to figure them out. Now it's so easy to go online and find out so much information.
Right.
But back in the day, you had to be there and you had to put the time in. I mean, you guys are down in the Keys, like it's old boy network down there. Like back in the day, you'd get shut down if you burnt the boys.
Right.
And now it's everybody and their brother. It's the same thing in, many of the different fishing towns. There was that level of respect that had to been built over years and years of working your way up. And, sometimes it was nepotistic. Like you had to be family. You had to be Bubba.
Yeah, that's something we talk about often on this podcast is how, like, with the legends, like you get a Robert Trossett or somebody that comes on, and we had him on recently with his boys who are quite a bit younger than me even, and it's like there's a real difference in how somebody like Robert Trossett started, or how somebody like me started, and then how somebody that's starting in the business today, like when
just show up.
Yeah, it was all about being first on the water, being last off, spending your time on the water, getting recommendations from or referrals from other guides. And now it's not that that's not important. It's super important, but it's like now it's social media. It's, can you build a good website? Are you a good photographer? Can you take good videos? I don't know. It's just a weird kind of a change, I bet that's happened in the spearfishing as well. In your world.
It has. And I always make the joke. It's, there's people that grew up doing all the stuff that we do, hunting, fishing, diving, just outdoors, period. And then there's the Insta divers and the Insta fishermen that they're in it just for the photo. But, it's good to have programs like you guys have and doing the podcast and stuff, because people can learn from this, that there's a lot more to it, than just the photo. It's the adventure to get there and the process of figuring all